What is going on, guys, girls, and everyone in between? I am Ignition, and we are in Zombies. Now, Season 2 hype promised us so much. But in good old Call of Duty fashion, I'm not sure it lived up. Now, if you were a big Zombies fan like me, then you would have been greatly looking forward to this. It would have been just another breath of fresh air into the Zombies universe. But unfortunately, this air is not fresh. Now, the concept as it stands sounds really great. You know, an open world Zombies map with Call of Duty guns, looting system. Sounds brilliant. But I think they should finish the game before releasing it. They seem to be going by the mantra of more is better. And generally, yes, it is. But in this case, I don't think it is. Now, a few people, like Tom Syndicate on YouTube, have been saying for a while now that Zombies needs its own game. It needs its own developer team and its own love just to make fantastic games. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I'd buy the shit out of that. Now, I don't know who designed the colour palette for this game, but they've been playing too much Fortnite, I think. Now, by no means is it ugly. This is not an ugly game, and it probably never was going to be. It's bright and colourful, but when you say Call of Duty Zombies, you don't think bright green grass, bright blue skies, a massive purple wall. You think dingy, dark, dirty places, much like D Machina and Firebase Z have done very well. I mean, your character, he almost looks out of place in this very cartoony world that we're in. And it's not something COD has really done before. Apart from COD Mobile, of course. And I'm not sure it suits the aesthetic at all. Now, I've played this for a while, and even though it's using the same engine as Cold War, it still feels incredibly clunky. Like, you're shooting zombies, and you know that would have hit, because you're only about 3 feet away from them, but it doesn't. Or you're punching zombies, and nothing registers. It's just all a little bit too baggy. And who the hell decided that there was no animation for ladders? Apparently we just levitate up the side of buildings now. And although they've taken the time to create large maps, like these are pretty big maps in Call of Duty standards, they're empty. There's a few buildings here and there, but there's just nothing to do. There's no NPCs, there's no side quests. There's just you and your one mission that you do, and then move on. Not exactly a survival game, is it? Now, I think it would have been a bit more interesting if there was just more buildings. Imagine if they ported over Downtown or something like that from Warzone. It would have been so much more interesting. So many little places to go and things to do. But there's nothing to do until you get to that quest that's marked on your map. And when you've done it, you don't do any more. And I appreciate that the maps are huge. They would have taken a lot of time to create. But why make 3 uninteresting maps when you could have made 1 incredibly dense, detailed, engaging? But it's not. It's boring and it's shit and it makes me sad. Now, they give you a few cars dotted around the map to help you get around. But honestly, the driving is vomit-inducing. It's so bad. Now, on the snowy map, it kind of makes sense. Because they just seem to sort of drift around and do whatever they want. And it's just such a step backwards from Modern Warfare. Now, I keep thinking all of this is just a sign of what's coming from Call of Duty in the future. And it doesn't look great, does it? Really? Just pumping out games with no depth to them. Like, the story in this, there isn't one really. You get a little bit of speech at the start and a little bit at the end. And something like this, an open world survival game, needs a story. With Steam Machina and Firebase C, they had great little stories. But you don't need too much. Because you've got the rounds, you've got something to keep you going. Keep you entertained. And you just don't get that with this. Because one round takes so goddamn long. By the time you've done one or two or even three, patience insane. That's it, you've done. It's boring. You've got 3 main maps and 3 missions that mix and match between. So, yes, you could spend hours and hours doing high-level rounds. It's just the same. Now, I know I've just described Call of Duty Zombies for you there, but on the other maps,
That's it. We're through.
it's very intense, it's very high pace, and you don't really get too much downtime apart from in between the rounds. There's always something going on. Whereas here, yes, there's a few zombies here and there, but there's no massive hordes like games like Dying Light or Days Gone. It's maybe 10 or so zombies, you kill them, and then that's it. And it does make you think, have we been spoiled by those games? But if they can do it, why can't a multi-billion pound company like Call of Duty? Now imagine this map with hordes of zombies running around and fast-paced vehicles like motorbikes. Just something to put a bit of action into this. Now, all of this makes you think, is it time for Zombies to get its own campaign? And to be honest, I think it might be. Because if they keep pumping out stuff like this, then it's so obvious that they're just looking for the profit margin. And yes, every company is looking for profit, because that's what companies do. They want profit.
That's not good.
But when it's the only thing that you care about, it's so obvious. Well, that sums this game up, doesn't it? So, if you are looking for something different from Call of Duty Zombies, technically, yes, this is different. But it's so not the right different. Now, let me know down in the comments what you think of it, if you enjoyed it. I wouldn't blame you if you did. It's just not what I expected from Call of Duty. Right, sorry to get that little rant out of the way, but it is what it is, and if we all complain enough, maybe they'll actually do something. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, press like down below. If you didn't, there's a dislike there as well. If you want to see more, press the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!